Welcome back, everyone, to the Elite Series League of Legends. On my side, I still got the wonderful QG.
Yes, hello.
And even more wonderful will be the games that we are being shown. So far, we have seen AOMA Esports beat with SLOTHS in the first game of the series, but of course, with SLOTHS will try to take revenge as you're already starting into the champ select here.
Well,
with a Draven
we're
ban
fast today.
and a Maokai ban.
Yeah, Rift Sloths decided to go for blue side this time. And I think there will be almost the same bans as before. And so Maokai is out, the MF is out. The Wukong is out for this time, so Kabosh doesn't play it. And it's the same ban for AOMA Esports. And their Lex is insta locking the Gragas.
Yeah. So a pick that immediately tells me that they are more focusing team fight this time, and that they will, or no, that's the only thing it's telling me. And apart from that, it's a wonderful flex pick, of course, because you can play it in the jungle, you can play it in the mid lane, and you can most likely play in the top lane. And it gets answered by another Annie. So Edward seems to have really liked that Annie.
Or Lotus.
And a Y.
But yeah, Annie is a pretty high pick in some higher leagues. Y is still one of the viable junglers for Engage. For the Engage of AOMA Esports, Rift decided to, if you look at the side, they decided for the Xayah and Rakan comp. Xayah, who got a bit nerfed, I think, on this patch here. But for the bot lane, you always want a good comp. And Xayah, who isn't... Well, they multiply each other. The couple, our lovebirds, we can say, on the bot lane.
Yeah, it is of course a very potent, if you allow the joke, bot lane that synergizes very well and of course adds to this teamfight potential of the Rift Sloths as well. On the other hand, we got a Kalista pick now, so you can already see the AD carry, maybe the entire bot lane of AOMA if they decide to go for the with the enemy on the support position once again. And we get a Jace ban out of them, so they were at least a little bit respectful or fearful of that Jace from Bikan. But I think with what SLOTHS has shown in the first pick phase here, it was already clear that they will not go for the Jace now. Because in general, the Jace was only picked with pick comps and split push comps. And when they wanted to go for a more teamfight comp, with SLOTHS went more like with a Yoni in the mid lane or something like that. And Yoni would fit in perfectly here as well. Because Yumi's banned, guys. Okay. I'm predicting a Yoni here for Bikan. Because we got so many knockups already.
If you want knockups, you play Yasuo. But yeah, the Yoni could fit. But I think if you actually want a really good fight, you can maybe have to decide if now it looks, you have to decide where do you want that Gragas. You want it top? No, they want Gwen against Ornn is pretty good, but what do we send mid lane? Do we want the Gragas mid? Do we want the Yone mid? And I think it it will be the Yone. But want to troll us. Okay, he locked it in. He want to troll us with this Sana. The Xayah mid, and no. But
It would just not have made sense to pick Senna there. No, Yone, in my opinion, is the perfect pick here. I think also the Gwen works, even though last game, of course, the Gwen was. I mean, it wasn't the losing factor, even though AOMA put a lot of focus on getting Lax behind. Lax, in the end, was still one of the strongest players. So that really just shows how strong his Gwen is. And I think it's a good call to keep that and just change up the rest of the team comp to be more team fight focused and to be able to face this once again very strong team fight of AOMA Esports. Like they once again got that Annie, they got that Kalista, they got a Y, they got it on. So they once again have this like wombo combo on their side, but this time with DOS as well.
Yes, but the important thing here, AOMA Esports have Talia, and look at how many dashes the Rift Sloth has. They have Gwen, Gragas, Yone, and the most important one is Rakan. Rakan has 3 dashes in his kit. His W and double, and he can dash 2 times with E. But if Lotus sets the Talia's the E right, the Rift Sloths almost can't engage, and that's the thing you will see here, the importance of the picks. If you dash in, you get stunned. I mean, you have to really take care what you want to do in these fights. The go button for AOMA is, yeah, well, I will put someone, I will ult someone with Vi. Maybe we throw in Annie, then she throws in the Tibbers, she gets back into the back line, and then the Arnold comes flying. But I like the Rift Sloths team comp better because it has more diversity. You know, you can engage, you can disengage, you can split with the Gwen. I really like the Gwen for splitting. She has a really fast wave clear. She has good AP damage to come up with the Yone that, well, he deals half and half, but still it's the damage you have, and it also gives the more AP you have, it's better for your Xayah, because Xayah doesn't need to run armor penetration that early. She can delay it a bit more.
And with that, we are starting into this first game between Rift Sloths and AOMA Esports. AOMA Esports, of course, leading 1-0 into this series, but Rift Sloths is here for blood, and they will try to make a change.
Yeah, they want a revenge on the first game, but there will be no invade here. Batu doesn't have a pick thing. Oh, it could be crucial. And there we have the first fight. Yeah, there we have Flash, Exhaust, Ignite, and Cleanse out. So Bewiz doesn't have Flash anymore. And 2 pots are popped. Edward is trying to bait the Flash and First Blood or Kinetic. But will Edward get the return kill? Yes, he will. So yeah, Lex is getting hit with the hammer. and Lotus and Beacon are just hitting each other. Pretty standard top lane fights. What I miss, Daniel, is do you know the wet noodle fights from a few seasons ago?
The wet noodle fights. What do you mean by wet noodle fights?
Don't you know the wet pool noodles? The pool noodles fights.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. If two tanks hit each other, they don't do damage and they just heal up with grasp. Don't you remember that?
Yeah, so
It was
so
called a wet noodle fight.
you miss top laners fighting without any reason.
No, without dealing any damage.
I don't know.
But
I
here
don't miss
we
that
have-
so much. We can't under a lot of pressure here as Gabosh is coming in for the gank, and this will be another kill here for AOMA.
Yeah, this was not a wet noodle fight. It was a stone and a hard place one. But yeah, you see, Yon has some difficulties against the Talia E. He can't go in, he can't go out, so it will be hard for him actually to do something.
It's definitely a tough matchup for the Yoni.
Yeah.
Also being melee against ranged, of course.
Yeah, but Yon normally is pretty good if you get 3 stacks into a melee matchup because they can't run away from him. If he gets the knock up, it will be pretty good. Yeah, the early game is quite slow.
Yeah, I think that describes it well. It's quiet.
Yeah, it's quiet.
It's a quiet early game. We've seen 3 kills. That has to be enough now, right?
But I think Leal doesn't want it to be quiet.
Yeah, as he's coming into the bot lane, a nice stun there. But it won't be enough to save Beerus as he's the first one to fall here on the side of AOMA. Gabosh coming in late, but not too late as he's still able to save his support. And with that, only 1 kill going to the SLOTHS here.
Yeah, but 1 is really good. Also, Beerus will have his flash soon. So it was a good good gank when the flash was still down. And there you see some poke. Lexus wants to try if wants to fight it, and he wins the trade. True damage against tanks is crucial. They want to hit it with the. They want to hit it. And there you see. Lotus hits the E, and then Beacon has to back out. But there is ganking. There is Lotus just dead. Drop dead. Just like
Yeah,
that.
very nice gank on the mid lane there. And with that, with SLOTHS taking the lead in terms of kills. And also a little bit in terms of gold, but no real difference was made so far this game. But of course, it's a start.
Yeah, it's always a nice start. But Gabosh level is really strong. There's a lot of damage. Did they match skins? Bato and Kinetic? Yes, I think it's Samsung Galaxy.
Yeah, I think they did. I mean, they got all the skins available to themselves, so...
Yeah, but
might as
there
well.
are a few that are not linked with each other. It's not a skin comp. They stopped doing that a while ago. Yeah, but the Ornn has...
That's kind of a noodle fight in my opinion, because Lex is not dealing yet the damage to really kill the AOM.
Yeah, he still didn't. He backed once. If he backs for the leech rot, or how is it called? Then he will heal him up himself, and Mach doesn't have anything to fight against it. Yeah, you see that the Sloths. There will maybe a fight here, and Kinetic can.
There's the engage. Kinetic getting already really low, but they will get the kill onto the Y as Edward is being taken down as well. Rift is trying to go for more blood, but Bio is flashing in, getting the kill on Kinetic. It might be his death, however, as Rift is in for even more, getting Lotus and Bio is there. Mark is the last man standing between an ace for Rift Sloths. Okay, Edward respawned already, but it would have been one. But Mark, of course, way too tanky to be killed here. Wonderfully played from Rift Sloths.
Yeah, and this is the Rift Tower for the Sloths. Pretty nice in. Well, the engage on Gabosh wasn't that good. I think he forgot that there are 3 people already. Have a 4th one coming and a 5th one TPing in. And therefore they lost the fight. It was a 4v5 actually at some time. And we see Kinetic hitting again on Edward. He has the damage.
Yeah, all of AOMA kind of collapsing now there on the bot lane. We might see a dive here. Kinetic in a very dire position will go down. And with that, maybe also the bot lane tower, as Drake is currently not up for AOMA to take there. But Liao and Batu are already there. To maybe save that tower, or another dive from AOMA. TP, however, now coming in from Bikan. And with that, AOMA decides to call back.
But he's still staying here because I know that Lealo wants to go for his red buff. Take the wards. Oh yeah. There's nothing. Dragon is soon up. And yeah, they're setting up. You see that on the AOMA on bot side, they very well know who is in the bot side jungle and who is top side, or even in the mid lane. But the Rift are pushing the lane out, and now they are first on the dragon. Mach is going in, they're TPing in. Gabosh is going in, and Rift wants to get the tower platings with the Rift Herald, so they will set Rift Herald mid probably. No, they will trade the dragon for the topside tower, and it will again be not a Hex Drake, but a Chem Tank. Chem Tech Drake. Chem Tank, right?
You really got a problem with Camtech, right?
Yes. Is it Chem Tank or Chem Tech?
It's tech. It's just like Hex Tech. It's also Chem Tech.
Tech. Okay.
It's the Zonian opposite to the Hex Tech.
Yeah, but I always think about the item. Isn't that the Champ Tank? Purifier? You know the old mythic where you took speed boost?
I don't know, and I think this
That was
white
a
doesn't know
speed
either,
boost.
as she gets completely destroyed by the sloths.
That was a speed boost into the base. And
Ooh,
Liao
nice
with a
ultimate there
nice
from
ult.
Liao, and he will get the kill onto the Talia. Very beautifully played there.
Yeah, and then you see the return damage of support Annie. Half-Life.
Yeah, especially onto Kinetic. That Tivers definitely does hurt. But Lex is coming in now. As the scissor hero he is. Trying to cut that bear apart.
Yeah, snip the teddy bear.
No, please don't. Poor kids.
I had to
Well, they
kill a
love
teddy
their
bear
teddy
once in a
bears.
game. Yeah, I had to kill a teddy bear in a game once.
You
We
had to
had to
kill a
throw him
teddy
off
bear
a
in a game.
cliff. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't want to spoil the game, but we had to throw him off a cliff.
Okay.
It was really sad. But yeah.
Sun and Swift also got some pretty steep cliffs there on the side.
You know, it's not a rift. It's a hill. Up high on the mountain. The question I'm always asking is how do they get up there?
Well, they get spawned.
By who? If you say summoners, you didn't don't they they removed summoners in like 10 years ago. Yeah, they changed the lore, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 seasons ago, where there are no summoners anymore. It's just a league where champions hit for, but what I don't know. Yeah, there's not much. And the Rift Herald is back, and Leal is also doing that. He bought a seal, a dark seal, and he has his Night Harvester already in to the bank. Leo has the shield bow ready. We can dive in better. Second dash in. Dragon is spawning in 30 seconds, so everybody is reconning to get a reset. Full mana, full health is always good. I think the rifts, the sloths will be pretty. They will be late, but no. Bato went for the Shurelia, so they are faster than normal. But now I think the AOMA esports will start the cam tank. The cam dragon. There we have it.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be the first one that Wipsloths actually want to contest, as they are coming in to the pit here as well now. Beryl is going in, throwing the AOMA esports apart here as the dragon is falling into their hands. Mark already quite low there, but doesn't quite get the kill there, as Gabosh is the first one to fall in this fight. But so does the Yone. Both teams still in this fight. Yu is saving his support there. That's going to be the shutdown on Liao, But of course, the members still very low there. Batu unfortunately not hitting his Q there, but Bewis will be attacked here, and they will get the call. Edward is the next one to fall. Kinetic also very low though. Lotus still trying to fight here. And so is Lex. Nice dodge there from the Q. Batu goes in, but once again the Q doesn't connect. But Lotus so much damage there from Lex. Will he get the kill? Lotus gets the kill on Batu. So what unnecessary, and Lex will get that kill in the end.
What? But for real, the guiding was pretty insane from Lotus.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the funnier thing is Batu dying because Lex wanted to dodge a boulder. Pretty sad for Batu. Little miscommunication. A funny thing for us. Maybe a little tilter for Batu, but whatever. He's actually at almost 100% kill participation. He's missing 2. But now they are prepping for a Baron.
Yeah, I think there's no reason to tilt though for with Sloths. They have definitely won this team fight. Although AOMA did fight back quite well. And of course, they got the Drake, so they do have Soul Point now. One more Drake and they will get the Soul.
Yeah, it was well focused from AOMA. Bewis and Gabosh took out the Drake with the Kali stacks spears. In the Drake, it's pretty easy to secure that if you just time it. If you say we go on 1k 400 or 1k 300, and then you say now, and then bam, you hit both abilities, smite and E, and you get the kill, and you have the objective secured. But now Kinetic is out of position again.
Yeah, might get called out here. However, the rest of the team is joining in. The question is, will it be on time? No, it's going to be too late. And now the rest of the Whipped Sloths are also in a dire position, being one man down. Any Stivers will be there to stop them, and that's going to be 2 kills for AOMA. Coming in very handy for them.
It doesn't look like it's a Kinetic's day. In the first game he misstabbed and was caught. Now again, and that cost the Sloth the Dragon. That will be going...
The Baron.
Oh, yeah, sorry, the Baron. Well, we call everything objective now. And then I just say purple or whatever is the other one, green, gray.
I mean, at least the blue team also got an objective on the top lane in return.
Yeah, they got the tower.
I thought we called it objective, no? I just wanted to go with your rules, okay?
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, they got the objective. Maybe the objective jungler and objective support are fighting.
But yeah, of course, this fight didn't go too well for the Sloths here. Losing their AD carry and then not being able to really fight that. Now they have to defend against this Baron.
Yeah, you have to.
Sorry.
It's Soul Point. You have TP on Ornn. You can flank with Vi. You still want Ornn into the team fight, but they really want to siege that dragon, so Rift has to run into them. And I think now the engages come. Both Shurilas got hit. Maybe it was a bait and they took it.
Yeah.
Nice stun, Gabosh.
Goes for a little bit of negate there. Batu, however, already very low.
On
ultimate gets pulled.
That's crucial, but Bewis is starting the camp tag. Sorry, the objective. And Rift just takes the tower.
Yeah, but Sloths do decide
see
to
a
go
fight
for the
here?
mid lane tower here instead. AOMA will try to go
They're
for an
locked out, they're
engage
locked out.
here. Liao is locked out, but not anymore. And now with Sloths will try to disengage the situation here. Y ultimate, however, to follow up there. They will get the kill on Batwin. Now nice Annie Tibbers once again. Killing 2 people. Edward is really the MVP of this game. They will get lags here as well as Yon. With that 3 kills falling into the hands of AOMA for only 1 on the side of the Sloths. And of course, they do have Soul now. This is starting to look, even though they are still in a little bit of a gold lead, this is starting to look more and more dire for the Sloths.
Yeah, it's like in the early game from game 1. The early game is decent, it's good, and then there's a click, someone hits the switch, and then they say, yeah, we are getting caught here and there, we lose our advantage, and then AOMA, they're really good from behind. You saw that Lotus tied it out and still got a kill. Well, it's a kill on a support, but 300 gold is 300 gold. So you take that into the pocket, you buy your next item, and then yeah, you don't fall that far behind, and you just kill everybody of the kill the sloths because they're slacking in these fights.
Yeah.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
And yeah, you see that everything is in AOMA's hands.
Yeah, however, with does go for that nice split push there now on the bot lane. And I think they know that they cannot defend the tier 2 tower currently. So they decide to take one on their own. And Mark also alone will not be able to defend here against 3 people. They're even deciding to, well, fight him under the tower while they take the tower. Now they will go on to Mark, as Lotus did call back, and so did the Y. So Rift really has to go for the disengage. Now Lex unfortunately will not be captured there from Lotus. TP coming in now. Rift will definitely try to go for the aggressive play here.
Yeah, well, it was a really great cross map answer from Rift Sloths, because they actually got something and AOMA didn't.
Yeah, they decided to say, okay, you guys are going to push and play aggressive. We do the same instead of trying to defend it. And I think that's really very much the call they have to make right now with their team count. They're still in a position where they can trade objectives, right? Which they also have done lately a lot. They know that they are currently not in a position to win team fights.
And therefore, the Gren is really strong, taking out towers, doing that AP damage, true damage, have the attack speed. And I like the Gren a lot. If you don't know really how the game is transitioning out, so you play Gwen and go for the split push variant, or you go for team fighting. She's really good against tanks too.
Yeah, now AOMA is in a bad position because Mark will not be able to answer Lex alone here. So the rest of the team either has to move and rotate and give up Baron, because Lex also still has TP up, or they will lose the inhibitor, and they obviously decide to lose the inhibitor here. What have they got? Absolutely nothing for it.
Yeah.
And Lex will even still go on to push the Nexus towers here, because he knows he can't fight Mug here. And you can see it, there's so much damage, they will maybe even get the kill there. And now we also have the fight here around the Baron, with, of course, trying to engage that, trying to stop it from happening. The question is, how much can they do? Liao is there, but Y will get the execute there. And this will be the death for the rest of the Sloths here as well. Team fights, of course, with only 4 people. against the rest of AOMA. Okay, Ornn wasn't there, but they won't work out for him. But Lex did get the first Nexus Tower. Okay.
Yeah,
Lex
this is
apparently decided it's faster to die here than to
yeah. He will
try
be
to escape.
he will be chased to infinity. He's pretty low. To just die is better because AOMA will do the Elder Dragon anyway, and so he will almost be up as the Elder Dragon is spawned, so he can TP in if Batu sets a ward. So this was very good from Lex to just die here, and not delay the death timer further,
Yeah.
but to actually embrace it. But he's up in 3 seconds, and there are a lot of wards, and he will come in like. Yeah, there he is TPing. And AOMA still is on the dragon. Did you see it? Maybe
the dragon is already Half-Life. Now you're seeing the engage here. Mark is actually the one doing it. The question is, will it be enough? Yone is already falling. Gwen is down already as well. And with that, it's starting to look dire. Kinetic doing a very good job here as well.
The Elder Dragon is dead.
Trying to get some kills, but Elder Dragon will be down. It's going to be an ace, and with that, it's going to be game for AOMA.
And this is game number 2.
This is game number 2.
Just like that. Or can they finish?
I have to say, I mean, we are trying to be super like objective and everything in these casts, but it does hurt to see with SLOTHS lose like that, because in my opinion,
it's not over. I'm not objective. I want to see great games. You're a Rift SLOTHS fan. I think Reliant is still better than Rift SLOTHS in the Luxembourgish Tour, so yeah. Therefore,
what Reliant was never better than Rift SLOTHS in the Luxembourgish Tour.
Yeah, always. They were the winner of Hearts, don't you know?
Ah, okay.
It's all about the heart place.
But yeah, as I said, it's pretty heartbreaking to see this, but it might still not be over. But of course, fighting against the Elder Dragon here is kind of very expensive, and with that, yeah, they are falling like flies, the Rift SLOTHS, and this is going to be game. It just took another fight, but Bikan is the last one standing here, and he will not be able to defend this. He will probably be killed off here as well, if AOMA wants to. They can as well just push.
Did Bikan just cancelled Viult with E?
I think it was with a red plant.
Yeah, and he red planted away, but he... Damn. But yeah, this is game 2 for AOMA Esports, so we will be going into the match game. You call it match game? No.
Yeah. You know why this hurts to see for me? In my opinion, Rift played better.
No.
I
In my
think
opinion,
Rift,
they don't.
I think Rift played better.
You have the
thing is,
pink glasses on, Daniel. You have to put them down.
No. But the thing is, Rift answered every single play of AOMA beautifully. They decided, they knew they were not able to win this in team fights. So they answered it with split push. They answered it with pushing inhibitors and stuff like that. They answered the plays beautifully.
Yeah, but if you...
But the problem is they weren't able to win team fights, and you have to team fight at some point because it's a team fighting game.
Yeah, well, if you delay these fights, you still lose them.
Yeah.
Just delaying the loss. No?
I think if you got the scaling, on your side. There's an option. There's a possibility that later on, with the Gwen outscaling, there might have been a chance. But yeah, in the end, AOMA Esports won. They are 2-0 into the series, and with that, we are going into a short break before the third and probably last game of the series. See you soon.